Welcome to your October mortgage and housing update. I'm going to be doing this video a little bit different. I'm going to start with all the headlines and the bullet points and all that fun stuff, but then I'm going to be going into why I think we're seeing some buyer apprehension right now. So first of all, why am I doing this video so late in the month? I was waiting for the government to open. I did not think the government shutdown was going to be this long. As I film this, it's Friday, October 24th. The government is still shut down. There is nothing that is looking like it's going to open anytime soon. We are at a stalemate. So drop it in the comments. Do you think the government's going to open soon or not? When do you think it's going to open? Is it ever going to open again? Let's not point fingers at different parties. Let's, keep it clean, but are we ever going to open the government? Okay, and the reason I was waiting is because I wanted to have more economic data. From a mortgage rate perspective as a lender, I've really enjoyed this month. And the reason I've enjoyed this month is that because there's been so little economic data, rates have been very stable and they've been low. That's right. We are at the lowest that we've been in all of 2025. So am I low compared to 2022? Absolutely not, guys. Absolutely not. Am I low compared to 29? No. I am low compared to the highs of 2024 and the highs of 2025 and the highs of 2023. So right now, Mortgage News Daily is a great place to kind of see the averages across the industry. And I want to say that because there's no such thing as one mortgage rate. So if the news says, oh, the Fannie Mae average rate is 6.03% today, if you're a veteran, that does not apply to you. You should be getting a much better deal than that. If you're an FHA, you should be getting a better rate than that. Government loans are insured, so their rates are lower than conventional. If you're jumbo, it's a different game. If you're doing an adjustable rate mortgage, it's a different game. Even if you're getting a conventional 30-year fixed loan, if you hear the news say, oh, it's this, it depends on your loan to value, the loan program you're doing, your debt to income, as well as in conventional land, your credit score, and the lender you're working with. Yeah, it's not even just the company. It's like the company has all the money they're trying to make. The loan officer has the money they're trying to make. Even when people say they're trying not to make money, they are. So shop your rate and fee because we are seeing a ton of refinances right now. And I am seeing some crazy stuff. I've got people calling my clients right now saying, oh, I can get you 4%, but they're charging them like $50,000 in points. It makes no mathematical sense. So questions about that, call us 786-933-2077. Also, if you're buying a house, you need to shop that rate too. So give us a call on that, especially in the VA space. There are still lenders, like big national lenders, charging veterans 1% higher and thousands of dollars more in fees for the same loan. And you're like, why? Because they can. How? They do really good marketing. Oh, exactly. Say it together. So look, I've really enjoyed this month from a rate perspective. We do have a Fed meeting next week, which I would assume is still going to happen because they're independent from the government, but we'll see. That's going to be interesting. Right now, the market's priced in about them doing another quarter adjustment. No, that doesn't mean that mortgage rates would go down a quarter. It just means we think they're going to do that, and our pricing reflects that. So if they don't cut rates a quarter next week, I'm going to see rates go up. If they cut a quarter, I'm probably going to stay where I am. If they cut a half, flip a coin, because last time they did more than the market was expecting, we actually saw rates go up. What am I doing right now? I've got my team calling everyone to make sure, hey, if you guys are thinking of refinancing, we need to talk today because otherwise this is what could happen and it's up to you. Never any pressure, but we want to make sure people know their options. So yeah, this weekend, if you guys have questions, call us. Housing inventory. Okay, let's get into housing inventory. It's higher. That's it. Right? The news is always making it so dramatic. They're like, housing inventory climbs. Guys, it's climbing from 2022 when there was like a fourth of what there is now, and there was a fourth of what there is traditionally. I would argue we're moving into a healthier market. The numbers are looking more similar to what we saw with inventory 2018 and 2019 pre-COVID. And people are like, well, wait a second. So if the numbers are getting better, why aren't we seeing more buyers? Because you're still hearing that there's not, a billion sales going on. Here's the thing, 2018, 2019, those were not years that I thought were easy as a loan officer, okay? I've been doing this, as I said earlier, for 18 years. 2018 and 2019 to me were low inventory years. But at the time, my business was predominantly California. And that's what you're seeing with the inventory now, is that even if the national inventory has risen, it depends on where you are in the country. And I say this every single video, but it's true. It's true. And look, as someone who's been home shopping recently, I can tell you it's true. I wish the areas I was looking had more inventory. You know, I'm in contract right now. I'm going to close soon, thank God. But like, needle in a haystack, friends. And it's not because I'm super picky. It's just because there's no inventory in certain areas. So I think we'll continue to see that. I did look at rates historically because I was kind of curious. I was like, okay, so if inventory is becoming healthier and we're getting back to those 2018, 2019 levels, what were mortgage rates in 2018, 2019? And they were in the low fours to the high fours. I mean, we were in the fours on a 30-year fix, 2018 and 2019. So I'm really curious to see what happens. Do I think rates are going to drop 2% overnight? Absolutely not. You know, at the same point, as I was looking at just some information for this video today, I read that inflation is the highest it's been in the last 3 months. And I'm like, you know, is it high enough to make it so that the Fed doesn't do anything next week? Who knows, guys? I mean, flip a coin. It's going to be really interesting next week to see what happens, just because the government shutdown, inflation's going up, we still have all the job issues, you know, you have even more people furloughed, like, it's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, so let's talk about a couple more things. Number one, there is some good development in conventional loan space. So if you're looking at buying, you know, and you want to do a 30-year fixed, you're not a veteran, you're not doing FHA. A couple of years ago, they put these adjusters called loan level pricing adjusters. They've always had them, but a couple of years ago, they went crazy. So the people who got hurt the most from those, hi, San Francisco friends. Hey, my friends in LA. Hello, Virginia. It's everybody who's in a high cost area. So with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, you've got your basic loan limit, but then in certain areas that are more expensive, you have a high cost limit. So they added these pricing adjusters where it was just like, it was bad, guys. And it's been bad for years. So a gentleman who's been in the mortgage industry forever, Barry Habib, is working with Pulte, who runs FHFA. He runs Fannie and Freddie, excuse me. They're working together to try to adjust those LLPAs. So we're all praying that Barry, bring it back, because that's the thing. That's also when we saw second homes get incredibly expensive because an adjuster was added to second homes that was gigantic. You know, prior to 2022, 23, second home rates were the same as first home. That's why you see all these mortgage fraud claims of people, you know, saying something's a second home when it was really an investment, because prior to that time, second home rates were the same as owner occupied, which segs me into the new thing. Mortgage fraud. Dude, it's not going away, guys. It is not going away. And it's really interesting to me because we probably still get 2 calls a week of people trying to commit mortgage fraud. And we literally say, hey, like, this is mortgage fraud. Who's going to catch me? Guys, please no. Please no. And if you're like, who's going to catch me? Fun story. We actually know someone right now who's been keeping us in the loop. It's super interesting. He reported his ex-wife for mortgage fraud. Yeah, she's being investigated because her ex-husband reported her. He didn't want to be a part of it. So when you're sitting there going, how are they going to catch me? I don't know. Who's in your life? Who's your enemies? Don't commit mortgage fraud. And if you're like, oh, I still want to do it, go to X and just go to Pulte's Twitter feed. It is all mortgage fraud, okay? There's nothing he likes doing more than persecuting mortgage fraud. It's not worth it. Don't do it. And even after this, if you're like, but Jen, I'm good, don't call me. Don't. Look, I'm a lender saying do not call me. If you want to commit fraud, do not call me. Do not call my team. Do not pass go. No, thank you. No, thank you. I know. I got passionate, but it's just one of those things where it's like, You know, I'm responsible for like 15, 16, 17 people's incomes. No, no. Okay, so let's talk about some of the polls that I did. So I do polls on my community page on YouTube. Let's see what we had. You guys crack me up so much too. Here's what I've determined. You guys hate HOAs. I have never met a group that hates HOAs more than you guys do. So here are some of the results. You find your dream house and it has a $150 yearly HOA fee. The options were buy it, I can get over the HOA, run, no HOA, buy it, I love HOA. 58% of you said run, no HOA. 39% of you said you could get over it, and only 3% of you guys like HOAs. Cracked me up. I did another one, which was homeowners. This one is for you. Home shopping was fun. HGTV was so right. Not fun. I just wanted it to be over. And more detailed, drop a comment. So 70% said it's not fun. I agree, guys. I don't think home shopping's fun either. It's super stressful. Like, even when you do your fully underwritten pre-approval, which is what I always preach and it's what we do, it's still stressful because you're looking at buying where you're gonna sleep every night. There's some pressure there. We can't ignore that. Okay, what else did we do a poll on? Once again, you guys crack me up. Your number one non-negotiable when home shopping: size of house, size of yard, location, or other. 76% of you said location. I'm telling you guys, look, as a real estate professional, you can change almost everything, but you can't change location. So I was delighted by that. But then there were 35 comments, and I swear, let me just give you a sample. No HOA, no matter how low the charge for it. No HOA, no HOA, central air and a dishwasher as well. No HOA, never again will I get, this one, I cannot pronounce that word. They did not want an HOA, and it goes on, but yeah, you guys really hate HOAs, so I feel you on that. Okay. We did a poll of the number one city. Yeah, you guys had to guess. There's actually a report on it. I'll have a link to it. What city in the United States has the most call for rat remediation? That's them. That's the rats. Oh. And 60+% of you guys said New York. And look, I thought it was going to be New York as well. Are you guys ready for a surprise? Ready? Los Angeles. That's right. Los Angeles has the most rats, and I'm not just talking about the guys. I couldn't resist. Sorry. I used to live there 100 years ago. Yeah, LA has the most rats. Number 2 was San Francisco. Wow, Newsom's really going for a win with this. Number 3 was New York. And look, maybe it's because in New York City, recently they moved to trash cans. I know, not everywhere, but now trash cans. And if you've never been to New York City or one of these big cities, that sounds so crazy, but you know, we've had a place in New York forever, and it's always been like, it's felt like the 1800s to me. It's like you throw your trash on the curb and then they pick it up. And I'm like, these poor garbage guys are like touching all this crazy trash. Like you'll walk by, there's like trash up to here. And you know, last year, trash cans. I know, yeah, groundbreaking. Okay, guys, I'm trying to see if there's anything else I really need to cover. I don't think so. You know, it's been a pretty month because of the government shutdown. I really hope we start paying our federal workers and ensure our troops are paid. I know that our troops have been getting paid, but I do believe that everyone who's working should get paid. So, questions, comments, as always, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a great weekend.